Sally Helgesen, How Women Rise, Break the 12 Habits Holding You Back from Your Next Raise, Promotion, or Job. Welcome to the summary of How Women Rise, Break the 12 Habits Holding You Back from Your Next Raise, Promotion, or Job, by Sally Helgesen. This book sheds light on the common habits that hold women back professionally. From underplaying personal achievements and excessive self-reproach to the pursuit of perfection in work environments, this book delves into various behaviors that lead to career stagnation for many women. It emphasizes the importance of acknowledging one's worth, overcoming the disease to please, and cultivating a willingness to take risks.
The power of women taking credit for their success. In the book's summary, How Women Rise, the author Sally Helgesen interviews successful women to discover what may hold younger female professionals back. The feedback was unanimous: women struggle to use the word I. Senior women in accounting, consulting, and law agree that their female subordinates deliver high-quality work and tend to work harder than men, but they undervalue and underplay their individual contributions to a team's success. Being overly modest harms women's careers more than advances them. The authors have observed that men distrust self-deprecating women, considering them inauthentic. In a management role, not taking credit on behalf of one's team is a failure to acknowledge their hard work, resulting in demotivation and resentment from staff. The reluctance to take credit for personal achievements is prevalent among professional women, spanning diverse industries and various hierarchical levels. The problem is seen as polite behavior, but it can hinder women's career growth. Disease to please. Women's desire to please robs them of authority and success in the workplace. Women have long been conditioned to prioritize the needs of others in both their personal and professional lives, while men are not taught to do so. This disease to please is especially prevalent among women, who are encouraged to be obedient, helpful, and agreeable from a young age. Even in the workplace, women are often hired for roles that require fulfilling the needs of others, where being assertive is not seen as an asset. The excessive desire to please others holds women back and robs them of their capacity to exercise authority. Women who have a need to please fear letting people down and making others unhappy, even temporarily. This prevents them from being direct and decisive, which is crucial to success in both leadership and non-leadership positions. To overcome this disease to please, women must learn to prioritize their own needs and not let the desire to please others get in the way of their success. By being assertive and confident, women can exercise authority and achieve their goals, without fearing the displeasure of others. Avoid excessive expertise. Excessive expertise can hinder career progression, especially for women in male-dominated industries. Instead, focus on building workplace connections to position yourself for promotion. In male-dominated workspaces, women feel pressure to prove their competence, leading them to internalize a need for excessive expertise. However, developing such expertise can hinder career growth by leaving less time to nurture relationships with colleagues and clients. To grow professionally, women should aim to fit into the role they aspire to, not just their current position. The power of taking up space. At a board meeting years ago, the author witnessed women making themselves physically smaller, while men spread out to take up as much space as possible. This behavior is common in professional environments, with women crossing their legs, pressing their arms to their sides, and keeping their belongings close. Such behavior can hold women back as it communicates submissiveness, which can be interpreted by those in positions of power as a lack of commitment. Neuroscientists have found that the act of drawing oneself in and making oneself smaller undermines attempts to communicate power and authority. Women also tend to use phrases that suggest uncertainty, further reinforcing this submissive image. To counter this, women need to actively take up space, both physically and verbally, by not being afraid to speak up and make their presence known. Doing so can improve their image in the eyes of business leaders and help them communicate power and authority. Overcoming the burden of regret. Do you ruminate over past mistakes and find it hard to move on? Research shows that women are more prone to this behavior than men. While both sexes are equally likely to fixate on negative events, men tend to externalize their regret as anger, while women blame themselves and stress over minor errors, leading to excessive rumination. Chronic rumination is a direct cause of depression and can hinder progress toward solutions. When you're too busy mulling over past mistakes, you drain the mental energy needed for problem solving. So, let go of the past, stop blaming yourself and remember that analysis equals paralysis. Perfectionism, a burden to women's success. Julie Johnson, an executive professional coach, reveals that striving for perfection is a common problem among her clients. In her experience, perfectionism is especially a female problem rooted in childhood gender expectations that make women believe they must be perfect to be of value. Girls are encouraged to avoid making mistakes and be extra diligent. This quest for perfection continues into the workplace, where women are subject to society's expectation that they should be perfect, even for small details. However, Carlos Marin's research shows that taking risks is necessary to reach the executive level and grow businesses. Women must let go of the burden of perfectionism to reach their potential and break the glass ceiling they have created themselves.
In conclusion, How Women Rise explores the subtle, deeply ingrained habits that prevent women from reaching their full potential in the workplace. It highlights the need for women to claim their achievements, embrace assertiveness, and let go of perfectionism in order to advance their careers. Sally Helgesen argues that changing these ingrained behaviors is crucial for women to overcome barriers and reach senior positions. By addressing these issues, this informative and engaging book can inspire and empower women to successfully climb the ranks in their chosen fields.